What's going on, everybody? Ross Jackson here. Dylan Sanders there, and we are here to
other
save.
way.
And we are here. It's over there.
Right?
Right there.
No.
We are here to save sports and confuse our left and right. This is what we do. You can follow Dylan on Twitter at Dilly Sanders, myself on Twitter at Ross Jackson Nola. Thank you very much for being here for another episode of Dylan and Ross Save Sports here on Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network, who you can also follow at Full Press Radio. Check out fullpresscoverage.com. Dylan, man, what a day. What an exciting evening from yesterday. What a just last 24 hours. It's been a very fun time. Glad to be back here with you today. How are you doing?
Ross, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I just recorded an interview with the Saints first round draft pick, Peyton Turner. That'll be up tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good one.
Where that gonna be up?
It's gonna be on the Canal Street Chronicles YouTube page, Ross.
YouTube at Saint CSC on YouTube. You just search Canal Street Chronicles if you don't want to be lazy.
Or you could be. Or you can just tag Saint CSC the Twitter account tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Last night, Ross, before we get into, let's just go into it.
It's all the same. Yeah.
LeBron James. LeBron James. Listen, you can hate the Lakers. I don't like the Lakers. I don't like Lakers fans.
Watch this. Hey, Dylan.
Yeah.
Do you like the Los Angeles Lakers?
No.
Told you.
But Ross, ask me if I like LeBron.
Do you like LeBron James?
I love watching LeBron.
I love watching LeBron James play basketball, baby.
Playoff Ron is a blessing, all right?
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
And I got to be right. I cannot wait for Suns-Lakers. Suns-Lakers is going to be a fun series.
Oh, yeah.
But luckily for the Suns, that means Andre Drummond's going to have to get back on the court. Because they were able to play without him for a little bit, but they're going to have him in there for size against DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that series, man.
That's
Chris Paul versus LeBron.
Oh, LeBron James. Hey,
have we ever gotten CP3 versus LeBron in the playoffs?
I don't think so. Not in the playoffs. No, we have. It's the matchup we've all deserved, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Two completely different type of point guards.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? The thing about LeBron James in that matchup yesterday is that he started off pretty cold. I mean, pretty cold to open up the game.
Man, that one possession Andrew Wiggins had on him.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yeah,
that had me all hyped about the draft pick again. It's crazy, not even on the Timberwolves. Shout out Ross shout out to him because that was sneakily great for the brand, for my brand, because me and Andrew Wiggins share a birthday.
Oh, nice.
So great for the brand. All right,
fantastic for the brand. Very good for Dylan's birthday brand. All about that. But yeah, no, I mean, they started off struggling quite a bit in this game. LeBron James would end this game 7 of 17, but did not start off that well. Nor did Anthony Davis, who actually finished off the first half 2 of 12, but finished 10 of 24. So they really got into rhythm as the game went on. But LeBron James really just kind of took this game over. He ended up dropping 22 points in this one, but you saw the big three-pointer late from the outside over on the right shoulder. Just a fantastic performance altogether. Like, playoff LeBron James is greater than.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
That's it.
He's greater than.
Whatever you have to say after that doesn't matter. It's it.
Doesn't
greater
matter.
Than. Period.
And the other part about it too is play in LeBron James. Fantastic.
As we know.
Not bad.
Second half play in LeBron James.
Unstoppable, undefeated.
Unstoppable.
Never lost.
Never lost.
so we know
undefeated, never lost.
Now, I will say Steph Curry was also phenomenal in this game. 37 points. He was 12 of 23, 6 of 9. Nice from deep. 7 of 8 on the from the stripe as well. I mean, and then he dropped the 3-pointer at the end, at the buzzer of the first half. And I'm not going to lie to you, when that happened, I thought, all right, we get a second Lakers play-in game because this is not going very well for them at all. And then all of a sudden they just took over there in the second half.
What else is new?
Right.
What else is new? That was an awesome game. That's all I gotta say. I just love good basketball, and that was that.
Yeah, and
Shout out to Ja and the Grizzlies for going out and grizzlying.
They did grizzly. They grizzly themselves right into one more playoff match now. This time against the Golden State Warriors. I don't expect them to beat the Golden State Warriors at all. I fully expect us to get a Warriors and Jazz first round for the playoffs here.
I gotta be real. This is the year of the playoffs. It feels like anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
And I am also I feel bad for the Suns because yes, while they are playing a 7 seed Lakers, the Lakers are not a 7 seed team,
right?
But also they have the same record as the 5 seed, so they're not really playing. So it's like the Suns are not really playing a traditional 7 seed. But I will say this: I still have them winning the series.
The Suns.
The Suns winning the series.
Yeah.
Probably in 6.
Suns in 6. I'll take that. We have been incredibly incorrect with our bracket so far. And by that, I mean perfect. Completely perfect. Haven't missed.
Technically, we haven't, Ross, because the playoff bracket that we submitted did not have us choose a winner of the play-in tournament.
That's right. That is very true.
Technically, we're 100%, Ross.
That is
a play-in tournament team did make it to the playoffs, and that's what we said apparently. So
it's very true. Very true. And we do get one more play-in game tonight in the NBA. We get now the second half of the play-in series over on the Eastern Conference. We get the Indiana Pacers going up against the Washington Wizards.
You excited for this one?
I am because I still think that the Wizards are exciting, and I still love watching Russell Westbrook play. I know that everybody
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, and I know that everybody hates Russell Westbrook the moment that he loses a game, but I am not that type of fan, and I very much like Russell Westbrook.
Does he have the shortest leash of any star in the NBA, Russell Westbrook?
I would say so. I can't think of anybody that would contend with it.
Because, man, people are ready to throw him out every time he opens his mouth. Every time he steps on the court, he misses one shot. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's Westbrook."
Yeah, tired of him immediately.
Yeah, but to be fair, if Russell Westbrook's not on, you're losing the game.
Yeah.
He's a very volatile player. If he's not on, you're losing the game because he's not going to stop shooting. He's gonna take the same amount of shots on an off night as he is on an on night, if not more on an off night. Might I add, as someone who's watched a lot of Russell Westbrook in the past couple of years.
Yeah. Can I show you the tweet that I had drafted and ready to go in case the Lakers lost this?
Maybe.
The play-in game last night?
Yeah. Oh, and
I was ready. I'm gonna keep it.
Man.
I'm gonna keep it just in case.
Are you ready
for later?
Okay, Ross. Are you rooting for Anthony Davis to make it to the Hall of Fame so he has to mention New Orleans, or to have the opportunity for him to not mention New Orleans in his Hall of Fame speech?
I want him to make the Hall of Fame so that he has to mention New Orleans in his Hall of Fame speech. And then if he doesn't, then I get to come for him on Twitter.
Yeah. Because at this point, this is whenever your series gets a conclusion.
Right.
And Ross, let me tell you, Ross Jackson tweets out, I get the notification, Anthony Davis has thanked New Orleans. That's getting 100,000 likes for people who don't even know what's going on.
I just can't wait to I can't wait to start doing life updates with it. I got married before Anthony Davis thanked New Orleans.
I got my COVID vaccination before Anthony Davis thanked New Orleans.
I had a child before Anthony Davis thanked New Orleans, and then a couple years later, I had another child before Anthony Davis thanked New Orleans.
You're about to get some text from Megan, be like, "What are you talking about?"
She understands. She knows. She knows the game when it comes to Anthony Davis, man. And
man.
So I cannot wait. I can't wait to start adding life updates in with it.
Ross, if I die, I want you to tweet out. You have my permission. This is video proof. Dylan Sanders has died before Anthony Davis thanked New Orleans. If by some tragic reason I die before you, or before Anthony Davis thanks New Orleans, I want you to tweet that out. That is my last wish.
What I'll do is I'll come back. I'll find the May 5th episode. I'll clip the thing, and then I'll put that in with the tweet.
Okay.
That way, no one has to sully your good name in the midst of what should be a celebration of your life by memorializing by memorializing it within the tomfoolery that is Anthony Davis, or my beef with Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Oh, what a time, Ross.
You asked, man.
I want it. I want it to happen.
You get it.
I want it. Oh, man. What was I going to say?
I don't know. We went way
off. Let's talk a little bit about the WNBA, Ross. Last night we got let's see. We got the Chicago Sky beating the Atlanta Dream 85-77. But Ari McDonald still has not had her first WNBA bucket in a couple minutes played. I'll be excited for whenever that happens.
I can't wait.
But the Chicago Sky were able to win without Allie Quigley or Candace Parker playing. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Kalia Copper.
I was going to say, you know why?
Kalia Copper came through.
Yep.
And Diamond Shields and Vandersloot all came through, put up some points, and led the Sky over the Dream. And then the Connecticut Sun mollywopped the Indiana Fever. This is going to be one of those seasons for the Indiana Fever.
Yeah, this is not a great season for the Fever. Very early still, but it is not looking great.
Yeah. Just hold on for hope.
Yeah.
But tonight, Ross, we get Seattle Storm versus Minnesota Lynx. Are you excited for that one?
Yes.
And then tomorrow night, we got a big day. We got 4 games tomorrow. Atlanta Dream, Indiana Fever, New York Liberty versus the Washington Mystics. Connecticut Sun versus Phoenix Mercury is going to be an awesome one.
Oh, that's going to be a really good one.
And then the Los Angeles Sparks, Las Vegas Ace is also going to be fun.
Yep.
Can't wait. And then, of course, Sunday, Ross, counting down the days, we get New York Liberty versus Chicago Sky.
I cannot wait. And I hope, of course, that Candace Parker is available for that game. It's just going to be such a cool, it was like last year where the one thing we did get to see was it the Storm against the Liberty that opened up the season, if I remember correctly, and we got to see Sue Bird and Sabrina Ionescu, to get that again, but with Candace Parker, be great.
And then at the same time, Ross, fighting for viewership, Washington Mystics versus Indiana Fever.
Woof. Woof.
Then later that night you get Connecticut. Later that night you get Connecticut Sun, Las Vegas Aces on Facebook.
Oh,
streaming on Facebook.
That's interesting. Love that.
That is interesting. The Seattle Storm and Dallas Wings also on Facebook on Saturday, and then Atlanta Dream, Indiana Fever tomorrow on Twitter. Connecticut Sun, Phoenix Mercury on Facebook. So a lot of these games are good. You're going to be able to watch the WNBA.
That's awesome. That's great. I love that. I love that they made it accessible via social media. That's great.
And they just signed a big deal with Amazon Prime.
Awesome.
So Amazon Prime is going to show 16 games throughout the season.
Awesome.
And then I think playoffs. I don't know, but they signed an 8-year deal with Amazon Prime. You love to see it. That's
great. That's really good.
Yeah.
Very good stuff. Well, that means that even the ones that are blacked out in my market, I have the appropriate channels now to be able to watch those games because they'll either be on ESPN or they'll be on on Amazon Prime, because otherwise I would have absolutely no way to do it.
No way to do it.
No way at all.
But I will say, if someone were to sponsor us and give us away, we'd talk about it then.
Is it more legal if you're getting paid to talk about it?
That's how I see it.
Oh man, I love it. So Dylan, we kind of glossed over like favorite thing from Twitter and performance of the day, but I think it was all kind of encapsulated in the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James in particular.
Man, LeBron has had my favorite tweet, my favorite meme of the day, of him like groggy on the floor, looking upset, and then people will title it like, my favorite one was him like lying like after he got poked in the eye, like what's going on, and it was titled "You want to stay up all night on your game? Get your ass up and get ready for church." It's like just being woken up to bad news.
That is so specific, and I love it. Like that really rings true for specific experiences. And I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that.
And I had those experiences.
Same. So let's talk a little bit before we go to the break here in a little while. Let's talk a little bit about the play-in tournament as a whole. How are you enjoying the play-in? We talked about this last year. We loved it last year. Are you still loving it this year?
Oh, I am. I adore it. I love anything to give me more playoff basketball. Give me more stakes. Give me more stakes. Yeah. That's all I really want in my basketball.
You like steak in your basketball?
Yeah, I don't like my basketball to be vegan. I don't like vegan basketball. It was a good joke, Ross. It was a good joke. Here you go.
That's hilarious. I love it. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this. I think that this is right now the best move that has been made to increase that has immediately increased interest in a sport, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and I've heard David Locke say this too, that like it is right now the best rule change that will drive interest into a sport as opposed to away from it. Everything. Like in the NFL, they're still fighting over whether or not there should be an official to make sure that penalties are called correctly.
Lakers Warriors playing game last night drew an average audience of 5.6 million, the most watched NBA game on its air since 2019 Western Conference Finals. Andrew Brandt makes a good point. Translation: play-in is here to stay.
Yeah, buddy.
They're not getting rid of that.
Nope, not at all, and they shouldn't.
But I will say, not every year is going to be LeBron versus Steph in the play-in, but it's going to be awesome either way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the thing is, like, yeah, this one had a couple of superstars in it. I get it. But, I mean, look, it's still going to be, like you mentioned, like the stakes are still going to be high. These are still great. And that was for a game to where neither team was eliminated upon losing. Mm-hmm. Right? So that was actually a game that didn't have stakes that were as high as the 9 and 10 seed. And everything. So, and especially if there's like a really good 10 seed that's surging at the right time, like that's going to draw a ton of interest. Mm-hmm. But I think this is great. I think that the play-in has proven now 2 years in a row to be good for the sport of basketball, to be good for the entertainment side, and increases parity in the league. It gives other teams that are, 2 spots outside of, being playoff teams or maybe even tied with the 8th seed an opportunity to win their way into the playoffs there.
And I gotta be real, like, and tomorrow's game, Grizzlies versus Warriors, is gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be a great game.
You got you got the Young Bucks versus the old heads. This really is the young NBA Twitter versus old NBA Twitter. John Morant versus Steph Curry. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
because the way Ja plays, Ja is gonna be so on fire for that. And I want to give a shout out to Jaren Jackson Jr. finally getting back into it. I love me some Triple J. Mm-hmm. Love me some Triple J. But tonight, Pacers Wizards. Yep. After seeing the last 2 games, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
I I don't know, man. The Pacers are really impressive last in their previous playing game. I still put my faith in the Wizards. I think that they surge at the right time late in the season. I think they have the stars there that they need in Westbrook and Bradley Beal. They have to be on, particularly Westbrook, in order to get a win there. But I'm gonna roll with the Wizards, man.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
See, you got Dougie McBuckets. I don't know is Karis LeVert. Actually, Karis LeVert is gonna make a big. I think Karis LeVert would have a big impact on this game. I want to see if he's gonna play tonight.
If he plays, that's huge. That's huge for Indiana.
Nope. He's gone for 10 to 14 days.
Woof. All right.
So it means he has it, probably, right? Or he's at least very close to someone with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big miss for them. I think I'm gonna have to go with. With Washington.
Come through the Washington Wizards.
But I want to give a big shout out to point forward Domantas Sabonis, and I think he's gonna have a big game and could lead it. I want. You know what I want? You know what I want to happen, Ross? I want to have happen. I want to see Miles Turner on the Pelicans.
I love it.
I want to see that. But people give Miles Turner a lot of crap. I'm a fan of Miles Turner. I like Miles Turner. But I think tonight's game is going to be big. I think it's going to be fun. Domantas Sabonis is going to keep him in it, leading the team in rebounds and assists, along with Russell Westbrook also doing that for the Wizards.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it's going to be fun, I think. Kyle's here. Everyone say hello to Kyle.
Kyle, what's going on, man? Thank you very much for being here.
Kyle, what's up, Kyle?
Kyle, host of the Full Press Fantasy show. So make sure you check him out over there. Does some great work getting you ready for your fantasy teams and your fantasy seasons. Kyle, we were just talking about the play-in and how good it is for the NBA.
How do you feel?
I think it was Kyle that said the other day that like he likes the play-in tournament, but isn't sure how he'd feel about it for full 82 game seasons. I think he was the person that said that.
I need to apologize to Kyle real quick because I just realized I wasn't following Kyle on Twitter. He's one of those people. He's one of those people where I just see on my timeline so much that I'm just like, oh, I follow it, but it's not. It's just through people like retweeting and liking. But now I finally did. And everyone go follow at Sinra Says on Twitter.
Yes.
Everyone.
I had to double check. I had to double check to make sure I was following it too, but we are. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That is. Everyone, hey, it's me.
Oh, it's us. Everyone, go follow. Go follow Kyle.
Go do it right now. Oh.
Also, I want to point out, Ross, that Knives Out 2, the cast is growing every day. Every day I go on Twitter, the cast is growing. Knives Out 2 really got Daniel Craig, Dave Bautista, Ed Norton, Catherine Hahn, Janelle Monáe, Leslie Odom Jr., and Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson?
Yeah.
I love Kate Hudson. That's great.
Well, thanks for not making me type it out again, and thanks for the plug, guys. Oh, of course, anytime, Kyle.
I like Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson did a great interview on the podcast that I really
You could have just stopped it at Kate Hudson did a great.
And I'd be correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Except for Fool's Gold. Fool's Gold was horrific. That was horrific.
That was not her fault. That was not her fault.
That was not her fault.
That was during the low of Matthew McConaughey's career.
Yeah. And
low.
You know the reason that I watched that movie? The reason I watched that movie was Kate Hudson, but also Anthony oh goodness. What is his name? He's on Blackish.
Oh, why can I not think of his name now?
Oh my gosh. I just started watching Blackish and now I can't remember his name. But he's in it, and then so is Anthony Anderson.
Yes,
and
Anderson.
Kevin Hart are both in it.
Yeah.
And so that was the reason that I watched it, and it was none of them were good.
None of them were good in it.
None of them were enjoyable in it. I didn't like Kevin Hart for a little while after that movie.
Really? Just because of that?
Just because of that movie.
Kevin Hart and Anthony Anderson are a great combination.
They're hysterical. They're each hysterical, and they're hysterical together.
What, weren't they in Scary Movie? Scary Movie 4?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they were in Scary Movie 3 and 4 together, I believe.
I forgot that. I didn't know that Kevin Hart was in any of the scary movie movies.
He was in a couple of. He was in all of he was in Scary Movie. He was in Epic Movie, Superhero Movie, Extreme Movie. He was in all of those parodies.
Those were all so bad.
He was also in. Shout out to another terrible movie, the remake of Death at a Funeral.
Oh, oh man, so bad, so bad.
Man.
But awesome about Knives Out though. That cast is sounding great. All right, let's step away here for a sec. We hit our break. When we come back, we got more. We got to talk a little bit of baseball as well. So we have that coming up for you here as we continue on. Dylan and Ross, Sports Full Press coverage, Full Press Radio Network.
Is there a movie? Fun fact: all of those movies were barely movies.
I didn't send it on the audio side to break until right after you said that.
I know. British Death at a Funeral is so hilarious. Yes, it is.
Yes,
the remake of it.
Horrific.
Horrible. Really, really terrible movie. just atrocious.
Yes. Offensive. Offensively bad.
And it's another one it could have been so good. Peter Dinklage in both of those movies.
Oh man. Woof.
Listen, they really knew how to ruin a great cast, that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not great. Do you have any TikToks for us today?
I don't have any TikToks today.
Yeah,
Never saw the remake. Glad for that now. Kyle, go watch it, Kyle.
We dare you.
I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Oh,
no,
wow.
I don't have any TikToks for today.
No TikToks for today? That's fine.
Yeah, we're all good. Oh, man.
I kind of feel okay just actually taking a break.
We're just vibing. We're just breaking. We're on break.
This is actually kind of nice.
I can fall asleep.
The breaks ain't that long, buddy. Are you the type of person that can you can fall asleep anywhere at any time?
Oh yeah, I can fall asleep. I can fall asleep. I could literally fall asleep if you give me 2 minutes. I can sleep whenever, wherever. It's a great superpower, Ross.
That's really great. That's really great. I am developing the skill to where I can easily fall asleep. Like in my own home, I can easily fall asleep.
Dylan and Ross save sleep. It might also just because I get so little sleep throughout the night that I'm so tired that I can just knock myself out at any time.
It's like off switch.
One time, one of my friends, I think I get it from my mother. I'll never forget.
Get it from my mama.
I'll never forget driving to the airport with my brother and my mom falling asleep mid-sentence.
That's amazing. Who was driving?
Not my mom.
That's good.
Not my mom.
That would have been not great.
Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, man. Like I said, I'm going to do the rest of the show from here. This has felt like the longest break of all time, but I think it's just because we're not doing anything.
I know, it's because we don't have any break programming planned for once. So
well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do after the break, Ross?
I have lots of things for after the break.
Do you?
Yeah.
Name one.
No hitter.
Name two. No hitters aren't even newsworthy anymore.
They are now. Here we go. We're coming back. All right, everybody. We are back. Dylan and Ross Sports here on Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network. Dylan's going to hate it, but we got to talk about it. We had another no hitter in the MLB again last night. 6. Dylan thinks it's not newsworthy, but listen. Here's the thing. The MLB has a record here of 7 in the modern day era. Right now, just over 50 games in, not even, 6 already thrown. Dylan, when the Golden State Warriors are about to win 71 games, no one stopped caring about the fact that they were winning. Everyone cared about the fact that they were going to be another 70-win team for the first time since the Bulls. That's the way that we should be looking at this no-hitter thing. Honestly, truly. We should be looking at this and understanding that this could be insane how many no-hitters there are in the MLB this season. This is nuts. Six already.
6.
And the Rangers have been involved in 2 of them. They threw one and then they took the last one. And everything. Shout out Kennedy Landry for covering the Rangers super well. And being awesome for MLB.com.
Didn't they already tie it with the Bumgarner 7-inning no-hitter? That one doesn't count.
Yeah. No, I want no-hitters. That's it.
Because you know how many no-hitters there would be if we stopped after 7 innings?
There'd be a lot more already right now.
It'd be a lot more. What is interesting about baseball is how everyone hates Tony La Russa.
Everyone just wants Tony La Russa to be done. Like, if we're being honest, like, everyone is just over Tony La Russa at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Tony La Russa.
It happened again today, Ross. But let's see if anybody complains about it, because it was Joey Wendell hit a 45-mile-per-hour pitch for his second home run of the day at top of the 9th, up 8. Listen, I gotta be real. I gotta be real. Sorry, and also it's always position players. Like their ERA doesn't matter. It is so much fun watching an MLB player tee off on a 40-mile-per-hour pitch. Are you kidding me? It doesn't look. It looks so funny. It is great comedy. I will say
it is good comedy.
Have him just crank a 40-mile-per-hour ball. Watch this, Ross. Watch this and tell me it's not the funniest thing you've ever watched. Let's see. Save it. Bring it up over here. Is it gonna play? Is it gonna play?
It's like it's the equivalent of like those videos of like little kids driving to the basket and grown people just like swatting their shot away.
Yeah, it's the same energy.
Yeah, it's the nationally televised equivalent of exactly that.
Yeah, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
That's so good. I mean, what was he supposed to do? Not swing it like
exactly like your players' batting averages never like the batting average didn't show. Oh, his batting average got worse. All it says is his batting average got worse. It doesn't show that it was top of the 9th.
Right.
We're ready for the game to get over.
Yeah, right. Like there's no context to it.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. And as the pitcher, like your ERA goes up, but also don't throw a 45-mile-an-hour. Like
don't put
duck.
A position player out on the mound. On the mound.
Right. Very true.
Into the game.
Yeah, just be done. Like finish the game. It's so wild. So yeah, good for him. Mm-hmm. Crank that every time, every single time. But yeah, so look, we stand a no-hitter. I'm here for all the no-hitters. I'm excited for more. I can't wait to see how many we get. And just the fact that we're getting them so tight to one another as well, insane. Another great hit from... Oh, go ahead.
Let's say, if you want to talk about something that happened 2 days ago, Ross, I'm looking over here at a friend over at Ump Scorecards.
Oh, a good friend.
Rays 13, Orioles 6. Umpire Ed Hickox. Overall accuracy, 86%. Overall consistency, 89%.
Woof.
His inside the zone accuracy was 78%. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yikes. My man struggling.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
He's got the Scruggs. Woof. Well, as we look ahead now away from the MLB and all the no-hitters, we could talk a little playoff hockey here. Yesterday's games, we had a lot going on, so we were able to wrap up. The Calgary and Vancouver series is finally over. It's done. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Don't have to think about it ever again. It's done. It's over. It's playoff hockey, and that's it. So I'm very grateful for that. In yesterday's matchups, Washington topped Boston 3-2. So that series is now still led by Boston 2-1. However, but Boston was not able to complete the 3-game there. Nashville ended up dropping it 0-3 against the Carolina Hurricanes. So now Carolina leads that race 2-0. Winnipeg Jets top Edmonton. They end up winning that one 1-0, or excuse me, taking the lead in that series 1-0. And then the St. Louis Blues end up knocking off the Colorado Avalanche 6-3, and that ends up giving Colorado the lead there with 2-0 in the series. But tonight we get some really, really good matchups. We get Florida going up against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who right now lead their series 2-0. The series is tied between Pittsburgh and New York, 1-1. You also have a series tied between Vegas and Minnesota. They'll also go at it tonight on NBC Sports at 6:30, or I guess 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then Montreal and Toronto get started with game one of their North first round matchup.
And as Kyle mentioned, the Capitals and the Bruins just played their third straight overtime game.
Right.
Which is, I love playoff hockey. Playoff hockey is the best fun. It's the best. It's the most fun hockey. It's great. Tonight, what if they go 4? What if they go 4 overtimes in a row? They won't play tonight.
Love it. Yeah.
We get our team. We're lifelong fans of the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Lifelong the Golden Knights fans.
They're playing the Wild tonight, the Minnesota Wild tonight. We get the first game of Canadiens Maple Leafs. We get the third game of Penguins Islanders and third game of Panthers Lightning. How do you feel? Where is your mind at right now, Ross?
Well, I'm obviously taking Las Vegas to win for their matchup. I'm looking at this list real quick because this is pretty cool. ESPN did a list of the most famous hockey fans by team.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Knights fan base includes Bryce Harper, Wayne Newton, Gordon Ramsay,
and Dylan and Ross Save Sports.
Dylan and Ross Save Sports are right here. We're listed on the website. It's right here. And Lil Jon.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the other thing I want to talk about.
Knights!
This is the other thing that I want to talk about. Montreal going up against Toronto, and you get this great Canadian matchup in the NHL for the playoffs, the hockey playoffs here. I'm really, really excited about that for Canada. That's really cool. So you get Montreal and Toronto. I don't know where I'm going with that one yet. I really don't know where I'm going with that one yet. But I'm going to take Vegas over Minnesota. I'm going to take New York over Pittsburgh, and I'll take Tampa Bay over Florida.
Who are some other famous fans in these playoff series, Ross?
So let's take a look at. Why don't we start with
who made this? Who made this list?
ESPN.
This seems like a Bleacher Report article.
Nope.
But I'm all for it. The rivalry is real, but they haven't been in the playoffs since 1979.
Oh wow, that's super cool. Well, there you go. I gotta tell you, really strong celebrity fan base for the Toronto Maple Leafs. This might be hard to top. Justin Bieber, Drake, Will Arnett, Chris Hadfield, and Mike Myers. Pretty good one.
What are the Canadians looking like?
They've got Justin Trudeau. That's a pretty good one to have.
I guess if you're a Canadian team, yeah.
Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, who we are big fans of.
Yes.
Viggo Mortensen.
Aragorn? They got Aragorn out here?
Celine Dion.
Who?
All right.
I know.
And Jay Baruchel as well.
Love me some Jay Baruchel.
Yeah. So we get all those. All right, I want to take a look at Tampa Bay Lightning as well, because I feel like they probably got a pretty interesting one. Oh, this is very interesting.
Is this the best one yet?
It's interesting. I don't know if it's the best. Dick Vitale.
Dickie V? I don't like Dickie V.
I know. Hulk Hogan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, brother.
They've got a crowd. They've got a type.
Just imagine this group of people together watching a Tampa Bay Lightning game. Dickie
Old
V,
angry white men.
Well, but then it goes to Charles Barkley.
I'm still sticking with it.
Stephen King.
I'm still sticking with it. They're doing a lot of cocaine in that room.
And Tom Brady.
I only see 4 or 5 old angry white men in that room.
Oh man, that's so good.
I want to see this room.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
That's so good. Florida Panthers have a pretty good one. Ariana Grande, Josh Gad,
who I also share a birthday with. Great for the brand.
Josh Gad?
Yeah.
Nice.
And Emily Blunt, randomly.
Love Emily Blunt. Lexi Thompson.
I got a good birthday, all right?
You do have a pretty good birthday. Lexi Thompson, Tua Tagovailoa, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Interesting.
The Nashville Predators are exactly what you think they are.
Oh, I bet I could guess the Nashville Predators.
Go ahead.
Let me guess. It's 5 country stars.
Yeah, basically. it's 4.
Harry Underwood.
Yes.
Tim McGraw.
Yep. Dylan has exhausted his name of country artists. Has exhausted his list of country artists that he knows. Keith Urban, yep. And the other one is like pseudo country, but is very much pop as well.
Kelly Clarkson.
That's right. Yep. And then the outlier is Nicole Kidman.
Is she really that much of an outlier?
She's a little bit of an outlier. But yeah, that one is basically exactly what you would.
Harry's Underwood husband also played for the Predators.
Ah, there you go.
Well, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
But also, she's a country singer. Of course, she's a fan of Nashville.
Right. Nicole Kidman. I gotta say though, Nicole Kidman is very much an outlier here, being Australian and all.
Yeah, that's fair.
So she's a little bit of an outlier. There's this one's pretty good. John Eisner, Evander Holyfield, Petey Pablo, Stephen Colbert, and Zion Williamson, all fans of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh, that is a good group.
That's a pretty good lineup. And this one makes a ton of sense too. Here's the last one. Sorry, I'm sure that this is probably annoying, but this is the last one that we'll go over because this one is. I might even let you try to guess this one too. It's the Boston Bruins.
Oh, are the Afflecks mentioned?
The Afflecks are not mentioned. Good guess though.
Matt Damon?
Nope.
I do know John Krasinski is one.
Yeah. So you got the right idea.
I know John Krasinski and Steve Carell are both. Because Jenny Fisher is a fan of the Blues, and they have their whole rivalry.
Right. But you've got the general feel of comedians.
Yes. Oh, are there more comedians on this one?
Yeah, one of you and Brandon's absolute favorites.
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Oh,
yo, let's go play some playoff hockey. Oh. I thought he was a New York guy.
I thought I completely expected him to be an Islanders fan.
Islanders, Rangers,
yeah.
Maybe. Bill Burr. Bill Burr's definitely one. I don't know if they mentioned him though.
Bill Burr might be one, but yeah, he's not mentioned in this.
Who else is mentioned?
Dennis Leary. And then the
Another
outlier,
comedian.
yeah, right. And then the outlier again, just being some person of somewhere not of the U.S. Conor McGregor, who we couldn't care less about, but he is a Boston Bruins fan.
All right, well, that was a good. That was a fun little.
That tracks, honestly. That tracks. Happy Gilmore was a huge Bruins fan. That's right.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Maybe that's what they're going off of.
That might be.
Does ESPN not know the difference between characters in a movie and their actors?
specifically the difference between Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore.
I'm surprised McGregor's a Tampa fan. I'm surprised Conor McGregor's still getting talked about. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say about the topic.
Oh man,
what a time! What a day! What a day!
So good.
Ross, how do you feel about the Falcons wanting to trade Julio Jones?
It's stupid. I'm sorry. I shouldn't react like that.
No, Ross. It's the right choice. No, it's
ridiculous.
Stupid. Ross, it's stupid. If only we had a graphic that a video clip that we pull up frequently to explain how I feel about this situation.
I'd like to sit up there and say something that I've never said about an NFL team before. I mean, Atlanta Falcons might be the dumbest team.
I never expected to get so much use out of that.
You really thought you were just going to use that for like an episode and then you'd never touch it again.
Because Atlanta's stupid. That's all I got to say about it.
Oh, man.
Atlanta's dumb, man. That's all it really is about it. I don't know. I don't want to sugarcoat it. No, I thought the whole point of drafting Kyle Pitts was to go all in on offense.
Right.
And now you have
not to replace Julio Jones.
You have a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL, and you're going to trade him?
Doesn't make sense. Like they still have a window that's there for them.
Yeah.
Like if they believe in Matt Ryan, which they clearly do. Otherwise, Justin Fields would have been the pick at 4. Or McCorkle. But they clearly believe in Matt Ryan. Why give up your offense's best player in Julio Jones?
Yeah.
After drafting a rookie tight end, which you still don't know is going to translate to the NFL. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, because we're looking.
I think Kyle Pitts is going to be very good, but is he going to be very good immediately? No, probably not.
I think the Kyle Pitts conversation also goes along with the Tim Tebow conversation.
Sure.
Tight end is hard to learn.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, absurdly athletic, arguably the best tight end of all time, did nothing for his first couple of years in the NFL.
Right. It takes time.
George Kittle still took a couple of years. Logan Thomas took 5 years.
Literally transitioned from a different position.
Yeah. To be fair, he played tight end in high school and then made the transition back. Took him 5 years to become a top 10 tight end in the NFL.
Right.
And even then, he's on that fringe top 10 to 15 range.
Yeah.
It took him 5 years to contribute, really.
Yeah, there you go. And I think it might take Kyle Pitts a year, 2 years, but still, like, that's a window that you have open.
Mm-hmm.
And all. Now, look, if they're able to trade Julio Jones and they free up that cap space, they need to spend all that cap space on defense.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you going to spend it on?
Mm-hmm.
On defense. Like, there's not a market. Like, the market is not saturated with difference makers that you can go out there and sign. If you're trading for somebody, then you're not alleviating your cap situation at all, if that's really the plan.
Ross, while we're talking about NFL, you want to go ahead and tease something for tomorrow?
Yeah, please do. Do it.
I think we're going to have a very NFL-focused show tomorrow because joining us for our second half of the show tomorrow is one Mr. Joshua Kelly of the Los Angeles Chargers.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited to finally talk to Josh. We have to get our serial tier list ready.
Oh, yeah. You know it. You know it.
And how gracious of him to join us for the entire second half hour. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. I've had such a fun time listening to Josh and all the Whole Nine Sports shows and everything, Whole Nine Sports podcasts and all. And so I'm really excited about it.
I think it's gonna be a blast, Ross. I really do. I think so too. Kyle Center, wow, great job, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. It's gonna be fun. I love Joshua Kelly. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met, and
he's
coming on here.
Nice.
and I can't wait to talk to him. I think we're gonna have a blast.
Yeah.
And the man loves his cereal. That's all I gotta say. I might have a bowl of cereal with me tomorrow. I'm joking.
That's so good. What is before Josh does show up tomorrow? What is your favorite cereal?
Okay. Do we want sugary cereal or because I have two favorite? I have a like not really that. They're all frosted mini wheats. I'd say.
You really fought your way through that one.
Yeah, frosted mini wheats.
I like frosted mini wheats. I was a huge fan of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm nervous about Cinnamon Toast Crunch now.
Cinnamon Toast Shrimp.
With the Cinnamon Toast Shrimp tails.
Cinnamon Toast Shrimp. CT Crunch is great. CT Crunch was a luxury growing up.
It really was.
It was it was the cereal you would get one out of every 10 times you go to the store because your mom would have you get like Frosted Flakes. I loved Fruity Pebbles growing up. Fruity Pebbles was my jam. Me and my brother love some Fruity Pebbles. I haven't had Fruity Pebbles in probably 3 years.
I was never a fan of fruit flavored cereal. Mm-hmm. Tricks, none of that. Was never really my thing, with the exception of Apple Jacks, I guess. Which is Trix, like one fruit.
Miss me with the Tricks, you know what I'm saying? I was never a big Tricks guy. What about okay, Ross. So excited for that tomorrow. I can't wait. Mm-hmm. I can't wait. But what about tonight? What do we got going on tonight, Ross?
Well, we have the play-in game between the Indiana Pacers and the Washington Wizards, so we'll have that coming up. Dylan is going to be he's going to be working tonight and premiering his interview with Peyton Turner, first round selection of the New Orleans Saints. That'll be live tomorrow over at CanalStreetChronicles.com and Canal Street Chronicles on YouTube. And then I will be live tonight with Hudak Confessional, Deuce Wyndham, Maddie Hudak, as well over on the Hudak Confessional.
I'll stop by, come hang through.
Page.
I'll come hang out in the comments.
Come true. I might just give you the Zoom link so that you can also just join the show.
It would be hilarious if it just popped in, just messed completely up the layout of the show. Man.
But,
hey, what's up, guys?
Good stuff. Yeah. We got some good stuff tonight. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to be recording the remaining portion of my episode for tomorrow, which will be the In Case You Missed It segment for Locked on Saints. Get everybody up to date with everything that went on all throughout the week. And then I have a great interview with Luke Johnson of the New Orleans Advocate Times-Picayune. And so I'm really excited to have that. I've got enough material with him that it'll probably be over like 3 episodes, that interview.
I like Luke Johnson a lot.
Me too. Really, really good guy. Really incredible story too, in terms of just like him getting to sports writing and journalism and everything the way that he did. It's really awesome. So yeah,
I'm excited to hear about it.
That's the night, man. Oh man, what about you? What you got going on for the rest of the day?
Editing this Peyton Turner interview, and then watching basketball tonight.
Yeah,
because
I'm probably gonna watch while I'm editing. I'm probably gonna watch the WNBA game tonight for sure. But my monitor is messed up, so I have to get a new monitor, and so I can watch it. But it is not gonna be the right color. It's all pink.
We accept all colors.
That's right. It is terrible to look at, though.
Yeah.
It's terrible to look at. Like, it hurts.
But yeah, no, tonight, I think that's about it. I think that's it. LSU baseball tonight, I'll throw on. Gorilla ball.
Not going to the games anymore?
Weather's terrible.
Oh, that's right.
But also, no. Ross, let me tell you, didn't go to a single winning game this year. So I'll let them have that. If LSU ends up hosting something, I'll go, but probably not.
Yeah.
Which they probably also won't be hosting anything. Yeah. So don't gotta worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of bad teams, the Dodgers are not one of them. after they won their third straight game against the Diamondbacks, and they'll get ready tonight at 7 p.m. to win their fourth straight against the Diamondbacks.
Same record as the Astros. So just have yourself your fun, Ross. Have yourself your fun. The Astros and the Dodgers both 8-2 in their last 10 games.
Right,
they're on the same trajectory. Well. Yeah. Both on the same trajectory. I will say, and the plus minus run differential is plus 61 for Los Angeles, plus 62 for Houston.
Wow, it's like they're literally the exact same team right now.
Yeah. That's fun. That's funny.
It's good stuff. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here for today's episode. Dylan, how you feel? You feel like we saved sports today? Got through a lot.
You know what we did save?
What's that? Stammering. We did save stammering.
We actually have a word from one of our sponsors real quick.
I like to sit up there and say something that I've never said about an NFL team before. I mean, Atlanta Falcons might be the dumbest team that I've witnessed in the modern era. I want
We saved Dylan taking the time to cut that clip because now he has used it.
I like to sit up there and say something that I've never said about an NFL team before. I mean, Atlanta Falcons might be the dumbest team.
So many times.
I like to sit up there and say something that I've never said about an NFL team before. I mean, Atlanta Falcons might be the dumbest team.
3 times the charm, Ross.
That's right. The rule of threes in comedy. It's always the rule of threes.
Yes.
Well, we will see y'all tomorrow. We'll be back here 5 p.m. Eastern time on Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network. Dylan and Ross Say Sports for Dylan Sanders, at Dilly Sanders on Twitter. I'm Ross Jackson, at Ross Jackson Nola on Twitter. And you know what they say? You know what they always say, Dylan? Go Tigers.
I like to sit up there and say something that I've never said about an NFL team before. I mean, Atlanta Falcons might be the dumbest